Американская фирма Transceptor Technology приступила к производству компьютеров «Персональный спутник».
What's up, everybody? What did you know about that? I got the power. Fellas, don't act. Y'all know we women got the power. Go ahead on and give us respect where respect is due, baby. So anyway, I know you all have had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, and you are sitting there with your bellies full. Some of you are in the mall shopping for Friday after Thanksgiving. No, I do not call it Black Friday. I call it Friday after Thanksgiving, where everything is on sale. Don't forget your girl. You can always mail me some trinkets right here at 108 Praise Radio. Anyway, we're going to have a great show for you today. We're going to talk about positive news. We're going to talk about some of the foods that you may have eaten over the Thanksgiving holiday and the top 5 Thanksgiving foods. Food Network has some kind of good, interesting food recipes. It was called the best 5 recipes, but some of them I was like, but I'll let you decide. So we're going to do some house to keep you on your toes, keep you exercising off some of that turkey and dressing or stuffing, whichever one you want to call it. Same thing to me, but hey, right after this mix, we're going to get into some house, baby. Welcome to the show.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, dog. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, dog. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, dog. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, beans, greens, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys. You name it, you name it, you name it, you name it.
When I'm doing it well, I got it on lock and I don't need no bail. The spirit is in me, you know that it's true. So I'ma tell you what I'm gonna do. I'ma make it look good. I'ma make it look oh so good. Yeah, I'ma make it look good. I'ma make it look oh so good. Yeah, I'ma make it look good. I'ma make it look oh so good. Hey, I'ma make it look good. Hey, I'ma make it look oh so good.
Yeah, me and him, we not the same. I praise him in my own way. Yes, I got something to say. Yeah, I think that I'm feeling okay. Catching them play like OJ. Yeah, take it straight to the OJ. And I'm sipping on J. I'm tryna serve my own way. Making sure my family straight. Trying to get the heavyweight. I'm coming back to the session. I thank God for all of his blessings. I praise him, I'll make it look easy. I ride the Gucci and them Yeezys. And steady popping like a pimple. Them rapping it come from the make it look good.
Decatur, I'm home, this my hood. Don't get it misunderstood. Was down bad, now I'm back, God is good. I've been covered in the blood of Jesus since a fetus. Earn my stripes like Adidas. This is for my youngins, cause you know they need us. So fresh and clean, you know I'm the neatest. Pops looking down, I know that he see this. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Wave it like a barracuda. Like Pastor B, we rising up and descending, who you know. Spirit show, let right go, and always trending the little PK kick game like a PA, reppin' GARDAY, no lie. Oh my, the devil tried to bring me down, but God always run like Wi-Fi, I'm heaven bound. I need an amen from the congregation while 45 out here dividing the nation. I'ma take a knee and a mantle, take the time to pray, cause we need it not just now, but anyway. Okay, Jay stay snapping like a choir, not Nas, but I'm God's son till my soul retire. No liar, the boy fire. I'm sanctified cause my Lord I'ma make it look good.
I'ma make it look go so good.
Yeah, I'ma make it look good.
I'ma make it look go so good.
Yeah, I'ma make it look good.
I'ma make it look go so good.
Yeah, I'ma make it look good.
Hey, I'ma make it look go so good.
Up in that Roman jail, had nobody to go there bail. Silas said, you free, and Paul said, I'll sing. And just about that hour, something happened. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour, when the Roman guards go to sleep, so I can talk to my heavenly Father up in heaven on the throne. He's the only one I know that can save and deliver my soul in the midnight hour. Yeah, in the midnight hour. Yeah. Sometimes I like to be with friends, then again like to be alone, so I can talk to my heavenly Father. Say it again now. Talk to my heavenly Father up in heaven on the throne. He's the only one I know that can save and deliver my soul in the midnight hour. Oh yeah, late in the midnight hour. Oh yeah, in the midnight hour. Oh yeah, late in the midnight hour. Yeah, in the midnight hour. Yeah, in the midnight hour. Yeah, there's joy in the name of Jesus. Deliverance in the name of Jesus. Salvation in the name of Jesus. Spirit in the name of Jesus. One of these days, it won't be long, you'll love me.
Hey, you know you don't mess up, don't you? What you talking about? You know you don't mess up. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Okay. See this right here? Yes. See all that? See the dude?
I don't know who this is.
You don't know who that is?
No.
Okay. So what you in it for?
See, I be trying to do everything right, but they won't get up and get turned for me. They won't get up and dance for me. They won't get up and do nothing. They won't support me, but they'll support their other crew. They'll get up and get turned for the other crew. They don't buy my music, but they'll buy their other crew music. Man, listen to my lyrics. What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame. What you glory? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame. What you glory? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I don't need fame, what you glory. I'm so sick and tired of y'all Christian rapper time, my let's unite. Then when it's wartime, ain't none of y'all equipped to fight. You say you ride for Christ, you say you die for Christ, but you can't even check your own clip. That girl right there's a dyke, and you got so hurt by the church that you won't but you acting like it is yours. What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame, what you hear it? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame, what you hear it? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame, what you in it for?
Hey, welcome back. This is the Asir Show, and I am the one, the only Asir, and I welcome you. That was chosen, and it was called What You In It For. We're going to have to try to get him on the show all the way from Augusta, Georgia. Shout out to him. Anyway, let's get into this positive news segment right here. So I don't know if any of you ever saw this movie before. It was the Vivian Thomas story. And Vivian Thomas technically was the first African-American surgeon. And he was played in this movie by Mos Def. And basically the movie is called Something the Lord Made. And back then in the 1930s, blacks were not allowed to hold certain positions in hospitals and other jobs, of course. So Vivian Thomas, the story is so amazing, and Mos Def does this great job of, you know, performing surgeries and closing his eyes, and he could feel his way through it. But anyway, there was this syndrome called the blue baby syndrome. And this doctor, this white doctor, and he's played by Alan Rickman. And basically the doctor's name is Alfred Blaylock. So Alfred Blaylock brought in an assistant who was a janitor who wanted to be a doctor, played by Mos Def. So Mos Def comes in and really kind of takes the lead and kind of teaches this doctor everything he knows. However, this doctor, of course, gets all the credit. Well, the significance of what I'm saying to you is because the hospital that finally acknowledged Vivian Thomas is called Johns Hopkins. And many of you have heard this hospital, Johns Hopkins University. So our positive news today is taken from goodnewsnetwork.org. And this is the largest ever donation to a U.S. college. $1.8 billion is donated for low-income students at Johns Hopkins University. And it was donated as a gift, historic gift for education from Michael Bloomberg. The significance of this is because compared to similarly ranked American colleges, Johns Hopkins has maintained one of the lowest endowment funds for low-income students, which means low-income students, there's no funding for them to go to this prestigious medical school. And giving this money will basically counteract this school's, they have this thing where applicants based on a need-blind basis, which accepts qualified students regardless of their ability to pay. The school never had that before. So donating the money will allow the African-American students that apply to the school the opportunity to go to the school based off of their expertise and their educational background and their grades, as opposed to if they can pay for the school or not. So the funding will help. So that's our positive news for today. The second thing I want to talk about, we are right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and many of you know it has been a tight race between Kemp and Stacey Abrams. Now, a lot of people have asked me my opinion. I have been in restaurants and heard comments all across the board. So here it is. I'm going to give you my opinion on the situation. First of all, you cannot run the 440 relay and at the last leg of the relay, sit down just before you get ready to cross the line and say, I won. Where they do that at? That's my first point. The second point is I think that all the votes should have counted. If we're saying that you have the right to vote and get out and vote, every vote should have been counted down to the very last one. We all saw the trickery. We all saw the buffoonery that took place, the shenanigans. In my opinion, I think hands down it just should have been a recount once Kemp stepped down. Because once he stepped down, he had no control over anything that could have possibly happened. And to just call himself a winner and take office kind of takes away everything that this country stands for in our democracy. That is my opinion. And if you need me to break it down into more layman's terms, just think about the tortoise and the hare. So you thought about the rabbit that was always sneaky and trying to win the race by pulling out the tricks and the shenanigans, and he still didn't win the race. So I like to say to Stacey Abrams, I am a supporter of yours. I am a fan. I will always be a fan, and never stop fighting for the rights of people. We appreciate you and we applaud you, and thank you. So on that note, we are going to get into the first part of talking about this Thanksgiving thing. So according to fluentu.com, they give us the top 10 Thanksgiving foods. And you can always email me at emergingbeyondmedia@gmail.com and let me know if you agree, or hit me up on social media on Instagram, Emerging Beyond Media, and let me know what you think about what they said. You ate real good on yesterday. Let me know which one of these was in your meal. Of course, turkey. I'm a fan of fried turkey. Stuffing/dressing. I always wanted to know, what was the difference? To me, it was the same thing. It was made out of the same ingredients. What's the difference? The difference is one is stuffed inside the turkey and the other one is not. So stuffing versus dressing made number 2. Number 3 was mashed potatoes. Number 4 was gravy. Now, I don't know about you. I had to kind of with that one. Gravy, I didn't know gravy was considered a meal. I don't think I can get full off of gravy. I don't know. But you tell me. Maybe if it had onions and mushrooms or something in it, it would be fine. The next one was cranberry sauce. I'm going to talk about that one in my things that make you go, segment. Cranberry sauce was considered a meal. Corn was number 6. Green bean casserole was number 7. Candy yams is number 8. Number 9 is pumpkin pie. Number 10 is pecan pie. Now, I don't know about you, but I think they're missing something here. I think it's called sweet potato pie. So depending on where you're from, you're either going to choose pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie. But for me, I like sweet potato pie, and that should have been on the list as one of the favorites, especially the Patti LaBelle version. I wish I could sing the song, but unfortunately I can't. Patty, Patty, Patty. Can't do it. Anyway, so with that being said, we are going to get into another music segment, and we will be right back. This time, it is the best 5 recipes for Thanksgiving leftovers, which some of you are sitting right at home right now with your feet cocked up eating. See you when we come back.
Tomatoes, lamb, ram, pork, dog, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, pork, dog, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, pork, dog, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbit. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, beans, greens, beans, 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 greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys. You name it! You name it!
Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, from almost losing my life in a devastating car accident to now being diagnosed with chronic kidney failure. The devil's a trip. But the God that I serve, between the grace, the mercy, and the love he has for me, I always come out on top. Agape love.
I done been around the world, met so many faces in so many places. Can't nobody else replace you. The way you pour your love out is so amazing. I can't imagine life without you. My life wouldn't even be the same, I wouldn't have a clue. My heart is like a bomb shelter when you're not there. But when you are, I walk a life without fear. Hanging on to your every word like a child, trying to walk in your steps every mile. Sometimes I fall, but you always there to pick me up. Always know just what to do to keep me lifted up. You point me to the right words for encouragement. And when I'm weak, your same words nourish me. You're the reason for my success. You're the reason everybody say I'm blessed. My life is full of your blessings, an overflowing cup. I know the little things I do, Lord, ain't enough. That's why I dedicate my life to showing others your mercy, your grace, and your love for us.
Cause can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody know. Can't nobody else love me the way I done been around the globe, been met so many faces in so many places, but can't nobody love me like you. Cause can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody know. Can't nobody else love me like you do.
Your love is so unconditional. You got the type of love that breaks all pedestals. Your love is so beautiful, and I'ma do what I can to let the world know. How many people got a lot of friends that say they with you to the very end? Yeah, same friends say they'll ride for you. Same friends say they'll always be there for you. Question is, will they ever die for you? Will they ever lay their life on the line for you? I know somebody that did that, and he never let me down and kept his promises. And now my dreams are reality. I'm walking through doors freely. I couldn't have done it on my own, you complete me. I'm forever indebted to you completely. My life is full of your blessings, an overflowing cup. I know the little things I do, Lord, ain't enough. That's why I dedicate my life to showing others your mercy, your grace, and your love for us.
Cause can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody know. Can't nobody else love me the way I done been around the globe, been met so many faces in so many places, but can't nobody love me like you. Cause can't nobody else love me the way you do. Can't nobody else.
You are God of the resurrection. You are the God of restoration. You are the God of this universe. So help us rebuild this nation. We need your restoration power. We need your power. We need your restoration power. We need your power. When life is broken pieces, and we feel we're at our weakest, this is usually when we decided we're defeated. Well, I heard some good news, and I think it's worth repeating. That the victory is ours, and it's in the name of Jesus. If you want to move a mountain, then need for you to speak it. But it ain't no need to speak it if you do not believe it. It's time to help your haters. It's time to love your neighbors. And I know exactly who we need to make this nation greater. Racism's real, but God is realer. That hurricane was big, but my God is bigger. Send my condolences as I look into my wallet. Yes, we pray, but it also takes some money, not just talking. No matter the disaster, we'll rise up from the ashes. I know that if we fall, you are always there to catch us. We turn from our wicked ways as we seek your face. Humble ourselves and pray for grace. You are God of the resurrection. You are the God of restoration. You are the God of this universe. So help us rebuild this nation. We need your restoration power. We need your power. We need your restoration power. My father is a good lawyer. He'll fight your battles for you. I'm so glad that he's for us. And yes, I love my job, but I know just who my source is. I count my blessings daily. Sometimes they seem they're fading, but God can take away, renew, replace, and integrate me. Not bragging, I'm just saying. Are you trusting God or man? Cause I learned at the age of 5, he's got the whole world in his hands. And I know sometimes it's like, give me a break. Just got out the storm and here's another one in my face. Bust to you, we good Lord, another one in my way. But I told Satan, boy, I'ma keep on running my race. So yeah, it's time to work together. We do better when united. If you bleed red and I bleed red, then why are we divided? Hope you read your Bible. Better check the signage. The last days amongst us, so don't close your eyelids. Oh God.
Rebuild, remake, as we lift your name on high. Rebuild, remake, as we lift your name on high. Rebuild, remake, as we lift your name on high. Rebuild, remake, as we lift your name. You are God of the resurrection. You are the God of restoration. God of the universe. So help us rebuild this nation.
Now, if you saw that powerful video, that video was from J South ATL. It's called Restoring the Power. And he said something right there when he said we need your power. And all those images in that video was simply amazing as to where this country has really, really gone. Is there do you guys see that that's my next question for the next show. Do you really see any progress, or do you see that we're going backwards in our country? If we're going backwards in our country, I want you to call in and tell us why next week. And make sure you follow us on 108 Praise Radio and answer the question. I would love to hear from you. I'm going to post it all over social media. At one point in time, I thought we were moving forward, but now, just in this past year, everything from a police officer that was working off duty in Chicago that stopped a masked gunman, and here he is trying to save lives himself, something he swore to do even when he was off duty. And the people are saying he's the hero, and another officer comes to the scene and shoots him and kills him, and they call it friendly fire. Like, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, he's a hero. And I want to applaud Kanye West. Kanye West donated $150,000 to the family, because you know what's going to happen. Since they want to call it friendly fire, that is their way of getting out of doing something for the family and making someone responsible. This country is taking a turn. We're seeing mass incarceration happening, like just crazy police shootings. Yeah, hit us up and let us know. Do you see us making any progress, or have we gone like just stumbled backwards, like fall backwards, like? And tell me what you think and why. 108praiseradio.com. The app is 108 Praise Radio. Make sure you follow me, real_Asir, Emerging Beyond Media on Instagram and Facebook page, and just tell me what you think. Also, give us some topics you want to talk about. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to get right into what FoodNetwork.com calls the best 5 recipes for Thanksgiving leftovers. Number 5, and I'm counting down backwards. Second day fried stuffing bites with cranberry sauce pesto. Now, I don't know about you, but with all that being said, all I heard was second day and fried stuffing bites. The rest of it was something I think they just put on top of it to just make it sound extravagant. The number 4 was turkey, mushroom, corn, Mexican casserole. After cooking for hours, I don't know if anybody wants to take time and make something so extravagant. If you do, you do. But I know in my household, that was not going down. Number 3, bird to the last drop is what it's called. Now, this is what went down in my household right here. When your mama took the turkey and she took that wishbone and she dried it out, I don't know, I'm looking at my program director also. Did your mom ever do that? Take the turkey and pick all the meat off the turkey and take the wishbone and put it to the side because she believed if it dried out, she'd take the wishbone and break it with somebody, and if she got the bigger part, her wish would come true. Give it to the dog. So that one I could agree with. That one I could agree with. That part right there. She would do that, bird to the last drop. Okay. Number 2, turkey pot pie. I can see that. You know, that's quick, easy kind of fix. Number 1 was what got me, because I have never, ever, ever fixed this one. It's called open face hot turkey sandwiches with sausage stuffing and gravy, smashed potatoes with bacon, and warm apple cranberry sauce. My mouth is dry from saying all of that. So all I can say is I ain't never heard of nothing like that. If it was me and I had cooked all week for all these people to come eat and I had to do the dishes or paper plates or whatever after they left, 2 days later, I am not fixing anything so extravagant. In my house, this is how that's going to go down. Let me just go ahead on and get Betty Ann in my spirit. You want me to do what now? You want me to go in there and fix what? You better take that white bread and fix you a turkey sandwich, ham sandwich. And then if she really felt like she was in the mood, by this time it's about day 4 and the turkey is still in there because everybody really has eaten the ham over the turkey by this time. If it's the baked turkey. If it's the fried turkey, that's going to be gone. But if it's the other turkey, she usually fixed 2. She has picked it off the bone, so they were right, bird to the last drop. She has made some rice, and she made some kind of dressing with it, and she has poured it over the rice. That's how that's going to go down in her house. Everything else better be gone, or you're going to be eating it for a week later. In fact, my mom started cooking on Sunday for Thursday, and I remember asking her, is the food still good? She said, yep, it's going to be good because y'all going to eat it on Thursday. I don't do leftovers, and to me, that's considered a leftover. So anyway, I thought it was pretty cool that these were some unique and interesting things. So with that being said, we are going to go into some other interesting things for Thanksgiving. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the one in my household that used to cook. Many of you probably had your favorites, but I'm just going to tell you my recipe for collard greens. I love, love, love letting my collards just cook overnight. They are the most watery, melt in your mouth collard greens. Some turkey, like some smoked turkey wings in it, a little bit of oil, seasoning, yes, crushed red pepper, and let that cook overnight until the meat falls off the bones. And the next day, OMG, so good, you just want to drink the juice. Yes, I can throw down. I learned that from my mama and my auntie. So anyway, once again, we are going to go into a segment of music. I know I told you earlier we were going to play house music, and then my program director played some kind of song. The whole show, he's been trying to take me back to the 70s. I don't know what's going on. But I felt like I just wanted to do some Charlie's Angels in here or something. So he's behind the camera laughing So that one song, he said it. He was in the mood for it. So I can't tell you the name of the song, but he called it house music. House music for me is when you can clap like that. I don't know what that was, but I hope you enjoyed it. Now we're gonna go back to some gospel rap right now.
Wake up. Wake up. Every time I wake up, every time I wake up. Wake up. Every time I wake up in the morning, I thank God for a brand new day that I didn't have to see. And every time I wake up in the morning, I thank God for making me a way. And you did that all for me. Every time I wake up, every time I wake up, I give you new praise. Cause you want me out my sleep. And every time I wake up, every time I wake up, I give you new praise. And you got me on my feet. I just opened my eyes up. I'm feeling kinda lazy, so I lay it back down. But I heard him tell me rise up. I gotta get it in, but he gon' work it out. I'm just grateful to be alive, cause I had some homies that died, and it wasn't quite their time. That's why every breath I breathe, well, to me that is a sign that I still got purpose, so I purposely grind. Get off your butt and go get you some money. You complaining you broke, but ain't working a name. I pray every day that the Lord make a way. I got bills on the table, they gotta get paid, but I know that I'm straight cause he's already done it. Every time I wake up in the morning, I thank God for a brand new day that I didn't have to see. And every time I wake up in the morning, I thank God for making me a way. And you did that all for me. Every time I wake up, every time I wake up, I give you new praise. Cause you want me out my sleep. And every time I wake up, every time I wake up, I give you new praise. And you got me on my feet. I just hopped out the shower. Feeling kinda fresh, but these haters got me down. But with prayer there is power. So I pray for my haters, then I kill them with a smile. Cause I ain't got no time to be depressed. Though that bullet hit my chest, I'm alive and I ain't stressed. And to the one who shot me, I love you like the rest. I ain't even mad at you, boy, I pray that you're blessed. Don't worry about things that are out of your hand. I know it gets hard and you don't understand. Just trust and believe so you can receive. Never give up on your hopes and your dreams. Just give them some praise. It's all in his plan. Every time I wake up in the morning, I thank God for a brand new day that I didn't have to see. And every time I wake up in the morning, I thank God for making me a way. And you did that all for me. Every time I wake up, every time I wake up, I give you new praise. Cause you want me out my sleep. And every time I wake up, every time I wake up, I give you new praise. And you got me on my feet. Being thankful is necessary. If I was you, I'd keep complaining to a low. Cause if you hit the cemetery, you gon' see some people ain't complaining no more. Matter of fact, just been a couple quarters to the unemployment office, see the line out the door. Matter of fact, pick any random city, see a man in the box and he's sleeping on the floor. So before you post some liquor, before you roll your cushion.
Young certified, glory to my Lord. You know I keep my sword, and I walk by faith and not by sight. I got what it takes to win a fight. I've been through the storm and the pain. The devil thought he won, that's a shame. I got victory in Jesus' name. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. I am a witness for Christ, so I'ma keep living for Christ. I'm moving forward, I ain't looking back. I let go of the past and I pick up the slack. They wanted the truth, so I'm giving them facts, and it really don't get no realer than that. I am living proof of what God can do when you trust in Him. And when everything start falling down, I look up to Him. In the world surrounded by evil
astray. So I pray that my people take heed when I speak, cause I really have something to say. Do you know for sure that you would go to heaven if it was time for you to go away? Do you really believe that Jesus died on the cross, was buried, and rose on the third day? If you believe in your heart and confess with your mouth, then congratulations on being saved. But if you're still playing games, then you better get right with Christ before it gets too late. Hey. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. I am. Positive vibes only. I ride with that Bible and I keep it on me. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. Jesus Christ. Positive vibes only. I had to stop and thank God for the moment. Hey. Mission for Christ. Mission for Christ. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. Yeah, yeah. Mission for Christ. Mission for Christ. I am a witness for Christ, so I'ma keep living for Christ. Yeah, yeah. Positive vibes only. I ride with my Bible and I keep it on me. I had to stop and thank God for the moment, cause he did not have to wake me up this morning. I'm counting my blessings and hoping that I can deliver this message. Do you have reception? I feel the presence of the Lord manifesting. Where is heaven? I'm headed in that direction. Following Jesus, no need to complain. This is all for a reason. I had to be patient and wait for my season. I set the trends, I don't play, follow the leader. Preaching that word like a preacher, cause I'm trying to reach out my people and let them know. Don't be prejudice, let it go. I am blessed from my head to toe. I got God with me everywhere I go. Tell him, bro, no negativity in his vicinity. We only feeding off of righteous energy. Put your hands up if you feeling me. You can achieve anything if you just believe. Don't give up on your dreams. I promise it's worth it. That's why I'm constantly working. My conscience was lurking for innocence. I was guilty of many sins. Then I remember who died for them. He says, and I do not condemn. I need you to be confident. Now don't go in this world and try to do the opposite. You just be true and stay positive. And watch how we maneuver through obstacles. We came to overcome. Keeping faith in the Holy One. And if we are the only ones representing for Christ, then that means we the chosen ones. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. I am. Positive vibes only. I ride with that Bible and I keep it on me. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. Jesus Christ. Positive vibes only. I had to stop and thank God for the moment. Hey. Mission for Christ. Mission for Christ. I'm on a mission for Christ. I'm representing for Christ. Yeah, yeah. Mission for Christ. Mission for Christ. I am a witness for Christ, so I'ma keep living for Christ. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you and welcome back to the Asir Show. And that was Young Certified. The name of that song was I'm on a mission for Christ. And he says he's on a mission for Christ. Things here. Next week, on the 30th, we will have a special guest in the studio. Her name is Jade, and she is the author of Mask Off, a book. I'm hearing that the book is really intriguing. So before next week, I want to get into it real deep so that I can bring you all the juice and the tea, baby, about Miss Jade's book, Mask Off. Also, remember December 6th, my last guest that was here was the owner and creator of Odera magazine, meaning Odera meaning beautiful woman. And of course, I myself will be inside the magazine. I'm very, very honored to have been asked to be a part of this project. And you can find out more information about that on Odera, ODARA.com, and you can order your copy from the website as well. And that is the December 6th issue. And you can learn more about me. This week, a few things took place just before the Thanksgiving holiday. One of the things is we've heard so much. If you follow Puffy and Biggie and Bad Boy, you know who Miss Kim Porter is. I've never had the pleasure of meeting her, but all the posts on Instagram and just the love and outpouring, I would like to send condolences on behalf of myself and 108 Praise Radio to Puffy and the whole Bad Boy family on their loss. We'd also like to congratulate Snoop Dogg, who received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Congratulations to him. And our last positive news of the day. I don't know if many of you remember this kid. Courtney, do you remember this little boy back in California? He was dying of cancer. Well, he was diagnosed with cancer. And they asked him, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation asked him what did he want to be, and he said he wanted to be Batman. And I don't know if and his flyer, his little poster was all on the billboards as the young black man, young Batman. And then they went and they made him, they pretended like he had did some kind of superhero kind of thing with the card stuff. It was just so adorable that the whole world fell in love with him. Well, his cancer has been in remission for 5 years, ever since we fell in love with him. His name is Miles Scott, and he was just 20 months old when he was diagnosed with lymphoblastic leukemia. As he was undergoing chemotherapy, when a Make-A-Wish asked him if he had any wishes they could help to make come true. And being Batman was one of them. And so I thought that was just really a touching story to end our good news on. Now, let's go back to this Thanksgiving thing just one more time. I just had to end it on this note. We have our last segment of the show, and it is called Things to Make You Go, Now, most of you know me. I'm good on Instagram doing this. And that is usually the emoji when you're just like, or I don't know. So in this segment, there are some things that I just think about continuously, as you do. Of course, this show is pre-recorded, so you can't call in. However, November 30th, just make sure, he right. I just spilt the tea, huh? Well, just make sure you continue to follow us on the app, 108 Praise Radio, on the app. Make sure that you follow my show, Emerging Beyond with a Seer, on Comcast DeKalb 25. If you do not live in the DeKalb County area in the state of Georgia, you can always go to DeKalb25.wix.com, I think it is. But I can't remember the Wix part. The Wix part always throws me off. Just go to just go to DeKalb25.com. And then just go to DeKalb25.com and you'll see it. And then in the top corner, you're going to see where it says Watch Live. I'm on from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so if you're watching this Friday after Thanksgiving, my special guest on Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 2 is going to be none other than Dr. A, is what she goes by. And she is a wonderful woman that has dedicated her life to empowering others through her online classes and teachings. So remember, Comcast DeKalb 25, you live in the DeKalb County area, and DeKalb 25 online. 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you get to see me in a more serious light as I interview our guests. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. Oh, things that make you go, When we come back live in our next segment, this is going to be a segment we're going to implement at the end of the day that I want you guys to all call in and tell me about some of your thoughts throughout the week that made you just be like, really? Like my phone ringing right now and they know I'm on the air. Really? Things that make you go, you knew I was on the air, but you still called anyway. And not for a comment. So here's my thing with the things that make you go, for Thanksgiving. So I remember being a little girl and never wanting cranberry sauce. So my mama would put cranberry sauce on my plate. Girl, you better take this. And I just remember how it was all kind of like, once she sliced it, it was kind of like juicy or something, and it would run all into my other food. Now, she could have just easily said, do you want jelly on your biscuits? But she gave me the cranberry juice. Is cranberry sauce really jelly? Just not as solidified? Is it just cranberries? They call it cranberry sauce and charge you more money for it as opposed to jelly. I just can't. I was just like, okay, why she just didn't give us jelly? You get a lot more and it's cheaper. But anyway, or did she put it on our plate because she overcooked something or something was too salty so that the sweetness of the juice can kind of drain into everything else and make us eat our food? I don't know. But that was one of the things about Thanksgiving that made me think about it. Oh, and one more thing. My mom loves chitlins. Why does the smell stay in the house and on your hands for days after you get finished cleaning? You be like, Mama, no, don't touch my face. Mama, no. Why is the smell still there for days? And what can you do to get it out? Courtney, do you have anything for Thanksgiving that make you go, Oxtail. What about oxtails? That makes you go, Not like good in your stomach, like put a thought in your mind. No, like those little thoughts that you just be like.
Oh, you mean jack you up?
Yeah. Oh, Courtney is from up top. And if you don't know what that means, it's like people from New York and New York and all of that. Did I say it right? New York. New York. New York's in the house.
Leftovers that left the last 30 days?
Leftovers that last 30 days? What kind of leftover is that? That last 30 days? I was about to say, that's bad as my mama. It's going to sit in the refrigerator till somebody eat it.
The thing is, sometimes I think when food is left in the fridge, and nobody want to take it out.
Why don't anybody want to take it out after it's still sitting there 30 days later? By that time you run into Christmas, they warmed it up and mixed it with the good food. To make sure that you eat it. My stepdad used to call that goulash, and he would just take everything and put it together. So I'm sure right about now some of you are nodding your heads because you know what's about to go down. In 5 more days, you still going to be eating the same thing. It's just going to be remixed. So we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you stay locked into us right here at 108 Praise Radio. I am your host, Asir. This is the Asir Show. Same name will be on the podcast real soon. Yes, I'm all over the place, and I'm trying to be. I will see you guys later. Have a good weekend, and remember, tomorrow, tune into Emerging Beyond with me, Asir. No. Make sure you tune in tomorrow with me tomorrow. I said tomorrow 2 times because you made me mess up. Don't make me get Georgia on you. Sade, you made me mess up now. So tomorrow, let me get my composure in case somebody's watching that might want to hire me. So tomorrow, make sure that you tune into Emerging Beyond Media with me, Asir, on Comcast DeKalb 25. And this concludes our show right now on 108 Praise Radio. Check us out on the app. Check us out on YouTube. And follow us on Instagram. Like and subscribe. I am your host, Asir. And see ya!
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, dog. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, dog. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, dog. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, greens, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.